Hey everyone, JJB here, back again with another VGC Wi-Fi battle. As you can see on the screen, we're using a new team to the channel today. I haven't done a team builder due to time constraints really, so I hope that's okay. But the team is made up of a metagross, salamence, a garchomp, gyarados, arcanine and a porygon 2. And our opponent today, called Prodigy, is made up of a double duck team with Tapu Koko, a Kartana, metagross and a garchomp. So essentially, other than the Kartana, it's the same team that we were using in our last series of battles, so we should know it quite well. Obviously the moveset's and things have potential to be different, but yeah, it should be much the same thing. I don't know what happened to my brain then. Complete brain dump. So who do we fancy bringing? I'd imagine they're going to want to lead with their double duck, in which case I quite like Porygon and Metagross. The Porygon's got Thunderbolt to smack the Golduck and the Pelipper for super effective damage. It's got Ice Beam for the Garchomp, so all round it seems to be quite a useful one. I'm going to bring Gyarados in the back, and I think maybe Salamence? Salamence just gets wrecked by an Ice Beam though. I mean, so does Garchomp, and Arcanine's quite weak to the rain, so I think we'll go Salamence. This team's a bit thrown together, to be honest. I haven't had much time for team building recently. I was on holiday away for the last week, and I go on holiday again next week as well, so I've not got too much time to get a full team together. But we'll see. We might have to use this team for a couple of days, and then I can build a team in the meantime, and hopefully that'll be a bit better. But we'll see how it goes. So we see two shinies from our opponent, and he does go with the double duck lead, the Pelipper and the Golduck. We'll trace Drizzle. That means nothing. Would have been nice to get the Swift Swim from the Golduck. So I can see the Golduck wanting to target down most likely the Porygon with its Waterium Z move. So I think I might just click Recover on the Porygon slot. I think either way they're going to get up their Tailwind. So I sort of want to bait out the Z move and go for a Recover and a Protect. It's not a very offensive turn, but I'm hoping that it means that, the Z move gets burnt and, it gets wasted. So we do see the Waterium Z from the Golduck. I'm hoping it goes, well, it doesn't really matter which one it goes into. I think, well, Porygon should be able to take it. Metagross is obviously going to take less damage. Does go for the Porygon, okay. So we did predict that. And, it would have been good to go for an attack with our Metagross. I had to go straight up for the Hurricane onto the Porygon. Can we survive? We don't survive. Okay, so that's a great turn for our opponent there, managing to take out our Duck. Obviously, our Metagross did no damage there as well, so that's a real shame for us. So I'm going to go out into Gyarados now. We're going to try and set up a Dragon Dance. Because we need to be able to outspeed that Koko for when it wants to come back in. Get Useless Intimidate off, that's not a problem. Of course, if our opponent goes for a Tailwind, then our Gyarados won't outspeed, so have to see what happens there. And I'm going to go for a Zen Headbutt onto the Golduck slot, I think. I think the Tailwind's just going to come out from the Pelipper, so I'm not really too fussed about that. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Golduck is a water type, thank you game. Our opponent's taking some time to think here, so I'm hoping that, he overpredicts with the Pelipper, maybe goes for another offensive move, and he withdraws with the Pelipper. This is perfect. Out into the Koko. Perfect. So we're going to go for a Dragon Dance here. Gyarados will outspeed, and we should be able to KO the Koko on the next turn. We see Hydro Pump from the Golduck into the Metagross. We should survive. We do survive. I get the D-Dance off. This is great. So Gyarados should outspeed a max speed Coco now, unless it's Scarfed, which I'd say is very unlikely. Get the Zen Headbutt off into the Golduck, which is lovely. So we're going to go for a Waterfall into the Coco slot, and I'm going to go for a Bullet Punch into that Coco slot as well, just to hopefully make sure we get the kill. Because the Coco is the main thing that will be able to, stop our Gyarados here from being able to clean up. The Bullet Punch does a decent amount of damage. You see a Scald from the Golduck. It's going to KO the Metagross. That's it's going to have to do. And we see a Waterfall from our Gyarados take out that Coco. So our only option here now is to go out into our Salamence. Our opponent is in all likelihood going to go out into their... they go out to the Kartana. So we're a special Salamence, we have the Flamethrower. So part of me is hoping that we can stall out the rain, and we should be able to KO that Kartana nicely. So how many turns of rain are left? At least 2 turns. So this is tricky because Salamence isn't going to be able to outspeed that Golduck. But if we can KO the Golduck with a Waterfall, protect with our Salamence, we might be able to do this. The plan is to KO the Golduck, so there's no Ice Beam threat for the Salamence. Salamence can then Flamethrower the Kartana, and then double up on the Pelipper. So that's the plan anyway. We'll see how it plays out. We see a Soak onto the Salamence, which is very interesting. Leaf Blade onto Gyarados isn't going to do 50%, which is good. We do see that the Kartana outspeeds the Gyarados though, which is interesting. And we do kill the Golduck, which is lovely. This means of course that the Pelipper has to come back in now, which means it can't reset up the rain when the rain expires at the end of this turn. Which is, very good for us. Okay. So how do we do this then? Gyarados needs to... Do we protect Gyarados? I think we do. I think we protect Gyarados here. Pelipper can't kill the Salamence in 1 turn, I don't think. I think the Flamethrower should still kill the Kartana. Yeah, okay, we're going to go for it. Screw it. So we protect with the Gyarados. I'm hoping the Kartana still targets it down. It goes for Leaf Blade into the Gyarados, perfect. We get Flamethrower off into the Kartana. I think this should still kill. It does still kill through the rain, perfect. So our opponent's just left with Pelipper. He's going to go for a Hurricane into the Gyarados as well. Oh man, that Protect came in clutch. And our opponent's obviously just turned off their DS. That's so frustrating. I'm counting it as a win. We had 2 mons left against our opposing Pelipper. A combination of Waterfall and a Draco Meteor or even a Flamethrower probably would have been enough to KO the Pelipper. So we're going to treat that as a win. It sucks that our opponent rage quit because, just let me have the win, man. What are you doing running away? But yeah, that is going to be it for today's battle, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more content. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the comment section.